Hey YouTube, it's SoulPrime13 coming at you with another Transformers video review. Today we're going to be doing another retro review, and this time I'm actually going to be doing an unboxing for the Dark of the Moon Ultimate Optimus Prime figure. Unlike the Bumblebee I got a couple months back, this one actually does still have working electronics. So there is that. We'll be able to show that off this time. I do have my handy little knife and my scissors so we can get this guy out of the box. But yeah, did cost me a pretty penny, seeing as how he's, still sealed and everything. But I did actually have this figure way back when I was younger, so I'm looking forward to opening it up and experiencing it again. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that. Let's see, so we're going to come up here and just cut the tape just like that. And we are going to, oh, there's tape on the sides. Actually, before I get it out of the box, we should probably show off the box. So, obviously we have the figure here. We got our three modes, biggest Optimus Prime toy. On this side we do get his little bio and a render of him from the movie. We do get the different modes. We get him robot, and then he has his trailer armor, and then they combine. Do get his tech specs there, and of course we get our product shots and all that. We get extends over 22 inches, Omega combat armor, and all this stuff. There's the vehicle mode. Transformers Prime, hey, I've watched that show. And then on the bottom we just got our other way, our buy these toys too. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, back to what we were doing. Let's go ahead and wiggle this open, and we can go ahead and slide him out. Elbowing you guys in the face. There we go. Get this out of the way. And there he is in all his glory. Go ahead and fold this up. Don't mess around with sharp objects. And now we are just going to take these scissors and cut these dried up old strings. That. So there's his gun. And oh, looks like we might have to cut some of that plastic. Go ahead and snip that. And that one, and that one. I'm probably blocking the view. Trying to do this the best I can. Here, back here, back here. Come on. This one keeps. There we go. Kept folding sideways when I was trying to snip it. There we go. I think that's everything. Yeah. Can I get this out without chopping through the plastic? Not really, no. I have to use the knife. That did not help. that out of the way. Pick up all these little bits. Okay. And now we just gotta get some of these extra little bits off his back. There's that. Got the little rubber ties here and here. Got some up here. I'm sure this is riveting for all of you. Maybe next time I'll skip this part if nobody really cares about it. Let me know if you actually like this part. I did cut that. This. All the little plasticky bits. Get them off my table. Okay, there we are. Put that back into position. And there we have him out of the box. Once again, make sure you don't leave your sharp objects lying around. Get these out of the way. Alright, okay, so let's actually stinking tripod getting in my way. Crap, there's plastic here too. Can I get these off? Here. Alright, is there any other little bits of plastic I need to know about? I think that's it. Anyway, let's get his wings all spread out. These are just on ratchets, and I believe, yeah, the wheels do fold up like so. And yeah, it's going to be pretty much impossible to get this guy in the entire shot, but so yeah, I don't know what happened. My camera just shut off for no reason. Anyway, we were just getting his wings into position. I really do love the way this all looks with these sort of biblically accurate angel seraphim wings, or whatever you want to call it. Really, really cool. These bits up here just on ball joints. Yeah, articulation, I'm pretty sure is fairly limited. We do get some movement in the shoulders, but I don't think we really get anything from the elbow, do we? No, we do get elbow. Cool. We do get out the side at the legs. Yeah, no knee. This knee joint here in the back is actually a solid piece. Do we get anything in the feet? Yes, we do get some ankle ratchets, actually. And yeah, the wings are all on hinges, so, and they do have a little backward and forward on the back ones, and these ones do come up and down. So we do have I know this connects somehow. Actually, where are the instructions? There they are. They're still in the box. I would certainly hope they're in the box, because they certainly aren't outside of it. Here's our lovely instruction booklet. Just want to see the proper way to... Oh, hey, it's probably the information about the batteries. Yep, batteries. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I remember how to transform this guy, but we'll have to wait and see. Sometimes I just kind of forget things when the camera's rolling. Okay, we just fold it out manually. That's how. We'll put that off to the side. So for this doohickey, we just fold it on out like so. And then, yeah, okay. So, the way we're going to do this, we want to move his arms forward. Not much I know. And then there's a little hole here for this peg right here. And we are just going to... Hey. Let's see. I'll make sure I'm doing this right. This is both expensive and old, and while it's fresh out of the box, that doesn't mean I want to risk breaking it. Come on. That is the right peg, isn't it? There we go. Then we bring this down, and that'll sit over, or not. Okay. Because I remember hearing, there we go, it's clipping in now. I remember hearing that sometimes the joints on this can break if you don't brace it properly while you're attaching it, so I don't want to mess around with that. And now they should just both plug these into his fists. There we go. And now he's got his whole targeting system going, and he's got a big old cannon. So yeah, there's that. Pretty neato. But we're gonna go ahead and get him transformed, I think. I didn't think to bring any Optimus comparisons. I do have a couple over here. Hold on. Do have the Studio Series Commander, just to give you an idea of how he stacks up with the armor. Anyway, let's go ahead and separate him from his armor and wiggle these loose. That. Just go ahead and pop this off. That's holding on nice and tight. Trying to pull it straight up, but because of that joint there, I'm having trouble. This blue part apparently moves. Okay. Gonna have to use a tool to get this because it feels like things are wiggling in ways they shouldn't. Man, that is on there. There we go. Jeez. Way too snug. Don't think I'll be putting that on again. Jesus. Yeah, whatever. Fold this back up. We'll put that over there. Alright. see, getting him out of his armor, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, let's see, these should open like this. And his hand just does plug in there. See if I can show a little better on this head. Yeah, his hand is just plugged in, so we just want to kind of lift this and wiggle that out. Then I know that the legs just open up forward like so. And as for this, can't remember. I think it's, yeah, it swings up from underneath. So we just want to do that. Oh, hey, look, more string. And there we go. Like roaches, there's always another one. There we go. And now we have the actual Optimus Prime figure out. So his feet are on a slider. We just wiggle those over and they will fold up. Wiggle those over, fold them up. Get those arms. It does have quite a bit of sort of copperish plastic. I hope that doesn't suffer from GPS, although I haven't heard anything about him having that issue before, so don't think that's an issue. And there we go. And it is, you know, fairly inaccurate to the actual on-screen model, but considering, you know, this was made for a very particular gimmick toy, I'm not too worried about it. And it does have most things in the right place. It's pretty much mostly just these arms, and the wheels are on his arms instead of down here. Yeah, it's for the most part it's straightforward. The backpack's not completely accurate, but most of what you're looking for is there. Overall, pretty cool figure. Let's see, these are just on double hinge. Ooh, those are clear plastic hinges. That's not good. That's gonna be fun. Let's see, we got full rotation at the arms. We do get a little under 90 degrees at the elbow. No wrist rotation, those are one solid piece. We do get a sort of bicep swivel. Do get swivel at the head. Do we get waist? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, that is definitely not a waist. Do get a forward kick. I'm getting this off the screen. All the way back, we do have 90 degrees. And again, his feet move up and down. So there's that. So there's our main figure. We'll bring in Studio Series Optimus again, just to show how he stacks without his armor. Not bad. Anyway, let's see about getting his trailer all trailered up. So I know that we gotta close these back up. This, let's see. There, a hinge here. Does not appear to be, no. Let's see, we definitely are gonna need to bring all this in somehow. Let's see. Definitely, this is definitely the back. Let's see, this obviously flips up. That's gonna be his trailer's back bumper. Let's see. I hate this tripod. Do not have enough room to move it around the way I would like. Okay. This probably folds in together. Figure out if there's any way to hook this into place. Oh, these definitely fold in. The arm's getting tired. Let's see. And this is obviously gonna tab together here. These are gonna come down and slot in. It's pretty straightforward there. Oh, actually, it's probably... No? Is that... Oh, I know. This probably untabs at the back. Yep. There we go. This has definitely got to come down. Like so. Like so. Yep. That's going to form the top. Like this, all in. Oh, wait. Sure it all locks in proper. Yeah, it's just a matter of figuring out where these ones go. Oof. Alright. Can't figure out these armatures. I'm going to check the instructions. I'm sure there's like a particular way they fold into the body, and I'm not seeing it, and I don't want this video to take an hour. Okay. It looks like we just want them to fold in. No, not quite like that. Okay. Apparently they just kind of stick straight out like this. And then this just folds over. This is what it says. It's just stick them like this. I guess that kind of works. And there we go. Just bring this whole assembly up and over. Oof. And then these just kind of slip under here like so. And yeah, these just come down to the side like this. Oh, yep. That is correct. They tab in right here. And then just get that in there. Then we do the same with the other side. Get this down. And yeah, it's just this big old tab goes in right here. I'm sorry I doubted you, tiny instruction manual. There we go. And looks like that's essentially the whole trailer right there. I don't think there's like a kickstand feature for this though. Although, there should be a place to attach the cannon underneath, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, there is not a kickstand, but there, or, you know, any way to self-support, but this does just plug in right on the bottom. This is all popping out of place again. Whatever. see. Okay, looks like, now I want to do it this way. And get back out there. And yeah, just see there's just the 2 plugs here. Same on the other side. Oh, and there are these 2 tabs for the arms right there. That tab right there. Oh, there are buttons up here too. I did not even notice those. Oh, whatever. This side is slightly misaligned, but I mean, it's in there. So we'll just leave that for now. Now let's get this bad boy transformed up. Okay. Yeah, those worry me. It does look like one side is this is a friction joint, but that side's pinned. Well, let's see. Anyway, it's pretty obvious that we're gonna squish his fist back in and just fold this up. Squish those back in. Fold this up. Alright. Definitely want to come back here and lift this up. Fold all these back down. Open these up. Get those sides of the truck open. Come back. Okay. Something here definitely needs to move. Okay. Okay, so this untabs and comes up. This. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a part back here that. Yeah. See that there are parts that want to move, but there's clearly a locking point here somewhere that I am missing. There. I think I'm going to go ahead and switch to my smaller tripod now. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back with the smaller tripod, and maybe now I'll quit bumping it into it. Anyway, yeah, so need to figure out how to get this back part off. Let's go ahead and push that down. Maybe it's got a lock on it or something. There we go. Ow. Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah, it was locked in here and stuff. Pretty sure that's gonna go down that way. This, okay, so there's a little slider and a hinge here. And bring down the rest of his windshield parts right here. These are obviously just gonna come underneath here and form the front of the truck. Let's see, these are gonna go together and just like this. I imagine the legs are going to come forward, probably going to extend those feet like so. Yeah, there's a tab slot right here for the legs, so I'll go ahead and tab those in. And let's see, what am I missing? Do I need to get these around this part? Or is this sort of just oh, okay, that just folds down like that. And feel like, oh, maybe these aren't supposed to fold flat? for this part. Oy. Come on. So maybe. Okay, yeah. These posts right here go into these big holes in the bottom of his feet. That makes sense. Okay. Obviously, we're going to bring these down. Let's get this part lined up again. There we go. Bring this down, and these are going to tab into the sides here. Okay, come on. I can literally see you. Like, there we go. Just giving me trouble for no reason. And then these, we just obviously got to angle them around, get them to, there we go. Get that down. Let's see, I imagine there's a, okay, yeah, this tab is going to go into this slot. And we do want to make sure that we rotate this around and get those wheel wells over. And there is a tab slot connection right here. Make sure we get that in. And we're just going to rinse and repeat. Again, we do need to make sure that this comes down the right way. There we go. Flip this around, bring this over, tab that in. Where is it? There it is. It's the end right there. And then there's one more little tab right there. And there we have him in his vehicle mode. And yeah, it's actually one of the better vehicle modes if you ask me. He actually, you know, well, at least compared to some of the ones we've gotten more recently, he does actually have the trailer hitch. You know, most of the truck looks appropriate. Does have a bit of gappage here, but I mean, again, you know, compromises were made to, you know, facilitate him combining with his big old trailer. I mean, obviously this trailer is like 75% of the toy. But we do get to hook him up. And yeah, works pretty well. And while I was switching tripods, I did go and grab my Leader Revenge of the Fallen Optimus, so you can see how he compares with, in my personal opinion, one of the best mainline primes we ever got from the Bayverse. And just to make sure we have a comparison with another trailer prime, I did go and grab one of my, this is the MD-005 knockoff version. I keep him in vehicle mode, so you can see how he stacks up with the OG. Again, a much bigger figure overall, but again, things were different back in what was it, 2011, when Dark of the Moon came out. Definitely different for the budgets, that's for sure. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy to have this guy back in my collection. He's definitely going to be one of those big centerpiece pieces. I really should have thought to grab my Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon Jetwing one, the one that was retooled from this guy into the Dark of the Moon jetpack version with the big Gatling guns, because I actually got him from the same comic shop I got this guy from. But yeah, a bit late for that now. Maybe I'll post a picture or something. Anywho, overall, yeah, just really glad to have this in my collection again. Honestly, I'm pretty sure you can get him sealed a little bit cheaper on eBay these days, because I paid like $150 for this guy, but I was able to use like store credit I got from selling some stuff, so it wasn't too big of a deal. But I think he goes for around like $120 sealed on eBay. I could be wrong about that. I know there are lots of ones that are like missing parts and stuff that go for like $50, but I like my toys to have all their parts. So anyway, if you can find this guy for a decent price, I still think he's worth picking up. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and this is Soul Prime 13 saying transform and soul out.